Well, we all know this movie's gonna blow. Today we got a teaser trailer for MUFASA the Lion King, a prequel to the live-action catastrophe that we got back in 2019. As you can probably tell, I'm not the biggest fan of that 2019 remake, and hell, it was probably the worst film of that year. I know technically there were films that were worse, but I actively hated that film more than any other movie that came out that year. Yes, that includes Rise of Skywalker and the Kim Possible live-action movie. Let that sink in. And here's the weird thing about this trailer. This isn't a Snow White or Little Mermaid or Peter Pan and Wendy scenario where there's a bunch of controversial crap coming out of it and there's a shitload of red flags popping up everywhere. That's not the case. Yet this movie's trailer, I should say, is still getting ratioed on the internet. And why is that? Well, there's a few things actually. One, no one puts trust in Disney anymore, except for all the shill sites you see. Nobody cares about the next big Disney movie. Hell, the only ones that people really seem to care about anymore is Marvel, and the only one coming out of that this year is Deadpool and Wolverine, and even the traction on the MCU films have started to slow down a little bit. But any other film or show that comes out of Disney, no one expects to be good anymore. Because Disney's just such a shit company now, we know they're gonna find a way to screw it up. Two, nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for a movie about Mufasa. Maybe if they wanted to make a prequel to the animated movie, maybe people would have wanted to see that. But no, they decided to go with the live action one. And that brings me to point number 3. Nobody liked the live-action Lion King. I know I sure as hell didn't, and I have been hard-pressed to find a single person that said anything good about the movie other than the animation. Because that is not a live-action movie, that is full CG. There's one live-action shot, and it's the very first one of the sun rising. That's it. Rest of it's all CG, even the backgrounds. And like I said, there's nothing controversial about this trailer, but that's what makes it so much funnier to me, is that people are still clowning on it, and there's another element to this, where it comes out, I want to say the exact same weekend as Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And it seems like most of the Sonic fans are basically telling Disney to go fuck themselves, that they're pretty confident that Sonic 3 is gonna win the weekend. And honestly, I'm not sure. Because Disney has put out crap after crap, but it seems like the worst stuff they put out makes more money. Because the Lion King movie, everybody hated, but it still made like $1.7 billion. Frozen 2 was a god-awful film, and it made a shitload of money. Hell, it made more than the Lion King movie, which came out the same year. So, I don't know if Sonic the Hedgehog 3 will actually win the weekend. I'd honestly rather see it, because I think Sonic the Hedgehog 3 will be a better movie. And there's nothing much to take from this trailer. You put this trailer on mute, and you're basically watching a National Geographic documentary. Which I said the same thing about the first movie, so it appears they've learned nothing. I will say, it at least seems like they're trying to give a little more expression to the characters this time around, but they're still half-assing it, because they're trying to make it look like a nature documentary, which was apparently the goal of the first movie, but that backfired due to the fact that we couldn't connect with any of the characters. Not to mention, there's a crap load of retcons here. Timon and Pumbaa are in here for some reason. Is this supposed to be a reference to Lion King 1.5, where they were present during the events of the first movie and they just didn't know it? And something else I noticed on the cast list, it also has Donald Glover. So, does that mean we're getting some flash forwards to Simba? Or is Donald Glover playing a completely different character in this movie for some reason? And not to mention, I can't take shit from this story because I have no idea what it's even about. I mean, we get a line about a lion who had no sense of nobility, which, again, completely retcons his conversation with Simba from the first movie. So, yeah, retcons, boring animation, and a company that no one likes to put faith into anymore. I would be shocked if this was successful. Well, let me put it that way. I would be shocked if it was very successful. I have a feeling this will probably make money still, even though, again, just like the first one, no one wants this thing to make money, yet it somehow will. You figure that one out. But yeah, this movie's probably gonna suck. Will it be the worst of the live-action remakes? Honestly, I don't think I can consider this one of the live-action remakes because it's really not. Just like Cruella or The Sorcerer's Apprentice, I really can't count those as live-action remakes because they're really not. Sorcerer's Apprentice was adapting one part of Fantasia, and Cruella was a prequel. Same thing with Maleficent. That technically doesn't count either, or the sequel to Maleficent either. So yeah, what do you guys think of this boring-ass trailer? I have a feeling this movie's still gonna blow, and I have a feeling you guys do too, so I'll see you all next time. Bye.